This is the strategy that our version works best, since
Okay.
the other strategies like increasing the core efficiency tends to lead the game to crash. So this is the safe strategy to prevent the bugs we
Yeah.
had.
So
On this note, I would like to add that Luis wrote an entire game design document for this jam. He
love
made
it.
an incredible job with all the upgrades
in only
and
1
lore.
week also, right?
Exactly, with all the lore and upgrades about the game.
Hi gamers and developers, and welcome to another GDT vlog. On today's vlog we're going to talk about Incremental Jam, and we have one member of the team here. We only had one team, and as always I'm gonna let them present themselves, but first the jam. So the jam, like I said, is called Incremental Jam. It was a 1 week jam. I don't think it had a theme. Did it have a theme?
Not a theme, but a challenge to make a game with layers.
Okay, yeah, so a game with layers, yeah. And the game we're going to talk about today is called BaBuild, which is a very cool name, I must say. It rolls right off the tongue. So first, as always, the team here. So if you want to present yourself.
Alright. I'm Nuno, I'm an artist and I did the pixel art, all the environments and characters, except for the icons that Luis did as an experiment.
You were 4 in total, so the other team members in programming were Fábio Souza and Nuno Ribeiro, in art, like Nuno said, Nuno, and in sound, Luís Paninha. So yeah, I must add right away, because you told me a few minutes ago that Luís Paninha also helped with the art, right? And the writing and the sound, but you actually didn't end up putting it in the game, right?
At least the version we submitted for the jam.
The jam, okay, yeah. So you might not see it in the game, but they will have it in the itch.io hopefully when we release this vlog. So yeah, so the game itself, BaBuild. Can you tell me what the game is about?
So as the name says, it's a game inspired in Babel Tower, the myth from the Bible, and it's about building a tower, basically. You have to mine the rocks and then carry the rocks to the different levels of the tower and incrementally build the tower. There's a slight adaptation. Instead of having the tower collapsing like in Babel, here the tower just continues growing.
Yeah, we all wanted to live in that world in which the tower didn't fail, but yeah, I really like this idea. So I want to hear, how did you come up with it? I'm guessing it was you. Am I wrong?
You're right.
Yeah.
Actually, previously, just before the game started, I already was thinking about this idea. And then we had the brainstorming. This was the strongest idea, I think.
Yeah, I really love it, and you're gonna see it. I love when people make games about things that actually happen, but with their own twists. So I love the idea for this game. It's very cool. And can you tell me, I think it's kind of obvious, but how did you implement the theme of the game?
So, apart from the actual tower, slightly inspiring the biblical designs, we thought about a muted color palette, browns and yellows, and also had, since it's an incremental game, we thought about how to adapt the theme to the upgrades. And also structures, side structures that could increase and help the game flow. And so we thought about other biblical episodes apart from the mythology. So the golden shaft or the temples. And so there's a side part of the game there where you can build your religious things to help you build the tower. Also the characters, we thought, since it's a building game, actually not building but seeing something being built, we thought that it would be funny to have the pixels being the blocks or something very close to pixels. So the pixel art was a natural choice, and which shows a very small grid, characters with 8 pixel height. So a very cartoonish animations.
I love this answer because I think even though we have artists here on the vlogs, we don't get an answer that is so extent on the art of the game. So I love it. So yeah, if you're interested in it, this is clearly a very very well thought out game. You have like so many references while putting it together, and I love it because I think it really gives off the vibe that I believe you wanted with this game. So yeah.
On this note, I would like to add that Luis wrote an entire game design document for this jam. He made an incredible job with all the upgrades.
In only
and
1
lore.
week also, right?
Exactly. With all the lore and upgrades about the game.
Yeah, I love this. Do you actually want to play the game? So this game is kind of a strategy game. So it's more, I don't want to say slow pacing, but it's more slow paced than the other. So maybe, yeah, we can talk.
I would just add that it starts slow. Basically, I have to click on the quarry to get some blocks. And then after some coins that I get from placing blocks, you don't see in the graphics the blocks being placed, but that would be a DLC.
Exactly.
After that, I can buy an upgrade like a transport, where I can transport more rocks at the same time. And eventually, with 100 pieces, what you see here in that countdown, the blocks being added, we get a floor of the tower. So
is this the ultimate strategy, or are you just like choosing whatever you want?
This is the strategy that our version works best, since the other strategies like increasing the quarry efficiency tends to lead the game to crash.
This version, of course.
This version, of course. So this is the safe strategy to prevent the bugs.
So we mentioned that earlier. This is not the version that probably will be on itch.io when you play it. This is the version that you submitted for the jam, right? So this has a few bugs. It's normal. But hopefully the new version will be up and ready when you see this vlog. And you'll be able to play this. So now we're going to get like the first floor of the tower, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this part, but how did you come up with the upgrades? Is it like did you come up with the upgrades based on the strategy, or did you make the strategy based on the upgrades?
I think we first thought about the upgrades because we have basically two main focus or two main gameplays. We have the transporting the stone aspect, and then we have the quarry aspect, and then would be the religious aspect that complements the it can increase the speed of the other two or decrease the speed if you don't play it right.
Okay.
We even thought about divine interventions like lightning strikes, destroying
so cool.
part of the tower. Maybe in the DLC.
Yeah, maybe in the DLC. So yeah, you gotta buy these games if you want to get these like divine interventions.
Exactly. You need to have stones to be transported, but you also need transporters to transport the stones. So the idea was to manage both upgrades. Unfortunately, since we have a problem with the amount of stones that would be a single object for stone, it will lead to the game crashing. So it's not recommended to go to the quarry efficiency.
I don't want to spoil more of the game. We can leave it like that, but I want you guys to play it back at home. So yeah, as always, go check their game out because this one, I really love it. My two last questions for you is, what did you think of the jam?
I think the jam was well thought out. I think the time was enough to make a nice game, at least with a team of 4.
Yeah,
I would say so. Maybe we should have scoped better the game. Apart from that, I thought we lost a lot because of this critical bug. So, since the game didn't allow for the game to improve and incrementally grow, I think we were downgraded in the voting system, but It
Okay.
happens.
Yeah, it happens. It's fine. Would you recommend this jam to the people back at home?
I think since it's a very niche and a very original genre, I think I would recommend exactly.
Okay, nice. I thought you were going to say no because of that.
But maybe no if you want a game with a game that you want other people to notice. Maybe it's not exactly the game for you. But if you want to experiment new ideas and think about other gameplays, I think this is the gem for you.
And I agree. So I think that is it for today. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And as always, thank you for watching. Go watch our other vlogs or go watch our other videos. As always, go follow us on our social media. And as always, like and subscribe. Keep jamming and bye.
Bye.
Isso aí. um dia eu vou conseguir que o Martim e o Alexandre deem atenção aos meus bloopers.
Estou à espera da mensagem, Alexandre.
Ok.
Olá, Alexandre.
Olá, Alexandre / Martim. Vocês esquecem-se do Martim? O Martim também edita vlogs.
Olá, Alexandre / Martim.